All right, y'all are good to go.
What do we got?
Right,
Han
so
and
got,
Zucc.
Yeah. Han is our local Snake player. Zucc actually comes from STL Community College, but it comes out to all of our events.
Okay.
Usually a Wii Fit trainer main, but last week he saw some success with his Toon Link secondary, so I think he's going all Toon Link today.
Okay. You know, I know a lot about Snake, and I know nothing about Wii Fit, but I can definitely think that Toon Link does better in this matchup. It's probably pretty similar because they're both going to be trying to kind of out-camp Snake and probably lose doing it, but
I think due to like Toon Link's size, just like the amount of projectiles he can dish out per second, he'll probably do a little bit better than Wii Fit would have a chance.
Yeah, and Wii Fit is typically going to sit across, and the only time she's really going to engage is when she's got that deep breathing. Toon Link can sort of approach whenever he wants, look for one of those projectiles to connect, and then just sort of jumping off that.
Exactly. Really fast aerials, really good frame data, and kill confirms off of the said projectiles.
Yeah.
You're noticing right now that there's a lot of boxing, not really a lot of zoning. I'm wondering if both players are like familiar with each other or they're just more comfortable going in.
Yeah. And I know especially in Snake's case, I mean, Snake isn't typically afraid to box. I mean, if you look at his up tilt, his forward tilt, just things like that.
Right.
You know, more than often than not, he's going to win the boxing battle. But Zuck's doing a really good job of just kind of linking these projectiles in.
Yeah. Actually, okay. The C4 is in play. I'm thinking that's going to play like a large factor in this because like right then he's always throwing boomerangs like frame 17 or something. So that's a lot of end lags like you start up to deal with. Yeah, okay.
And there's just so many projectiles going on that it is sort of easy to lose track of that C4. Especially on Pokemon Stadium where there's a lot of different like dark colors.
Yeah,
and
like
especially on those the shadows and then on those black lines of the Pokeball, they can really once that red light stops blinking, that can definitely blend in.
That's definitely gotten me a few times, especially playing another item character Mega Man.
Yeah.
A lot of things to look out for. You notice that Zuck's taking the start lead. Close the kill out with the back throw. I'm thinking that if he's going to continue missing these kill confirms, they'll probably be his like go-to way of confirming kills.
Han right now kind of fishing, looking for that up tilt or that grab into down throw up tilt confirm.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's at percent now. He's
Yeah,
at 172 for
so
sure.
160 is the percent.
So right, like all
Yeah, so 160. I think it might be a little less for some, but like guaranteed 160. If you get grabbed, you're gonna get down throw up tilt.
That was actually a recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward throw gonna take it.
Never seen that kill before, but you really need that stock closed out, so good for him.
Kind of like you said at the beginning, not a lot of camping and projectile use going on, especially from Han. I know it's easy to get frustrated when Toon Link's throwing all these items while still getting up in your face.
Really good tech.
Yeah, that was really good. But as Snake, you just gotta let them approach.
Play a little more patient.
Yeah, Toon Link's options are good, but none of them are really too safe on shield. So if you wait for the option and then punish it with Snake's really good out of shield options and just his incredible frame data, that's how he's gonna get a lot of mileage.
You notice that any time that he's going in, Zucc just kind of runs back or like shields dash attack and just kind of
That air dodge is gonna good idea. Just
it's gonna cost
slightly
him
better
the game.
execution in the future.
What do you think bans are going to look like in this matchup?
So if I were Zucc, the one thing I wouldn't ban FD, and I wouldn't ban Kalos or Town, just because Snake's worst stages are Town and FD. In the fact that Snake's worst characteristics are his ability to recover. While he can go high, that does leave him vulnerable, and then recovering low. When you take away those platforms, it takes away a lot of the mix-up he has. And really, honestly, Snake's worst stage is FD. The only good thing about it is it's pretty easy to high C4 there.
Right.
I'm curious to see Town. I do like this pick. It's kind of the same thing for Zucc.
I'm wondering if Han wanted like a little more room. Because he was really getting boxed out, so maybe he's starting to think about maybe I should like kind of take a step back and set up nades, set up C4. But I don't really think he's gonna get a lot of kills off the low ceiling. So
Yeah.
maybe something that we don't know that he knows.
Yeah. I mean, that up tilt will kill a little bit sooner, so if he can try and find some of those openings that he couldn't get last time. And right now, these grenade kills, I mean, he's already pretty much at kill percent for Toon Link, so all these trades are a win for Han, assuming he doesn't die.
And you saw there, Zuck's looking for the back throw. Thinking that he might just want to go for a bomb forward air or boomerang forward air.
Ooh, I thought that C4 might have stuck him, but...
Seeing a little more zoning from Han, a lot better from last match. He's making up for the percent deficit.
One thing I'd like to see more from Han is just him sitting in shield. Toon Link can't do anything to him when he's in shield. His grab is slow, so that's something that can be punished out of shield. And also just letting him, letting him approach, and like I said before, just kind of hitting him with those out of shield options, you know, forward tilt, up tilt, things like that, go really a long way against Toon Link, who not overly committal of a character with all these projectiles, but he has been playing the safest with some of these, you know, landing options.
Right. You see, like, the biggest issue he's having. Snake already doesn't have the best disadvantage state, but since he's playing a more aggressive, that was a good up tilt.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm wondering why every time he up tilts, though, he tends to go for spot dodge up tilt instead of just up tilting as an anti-air. He tends to give Zucc a little more time to land. While spot dodge canceling is like a good option, if you do it every time, then it's predictable.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the reason is because Zucc is landing with a lot of aerials, and I guess trying to just avoid that landing option and then punishing it with the up tilt. But I do think it would just be better to shield and then do it out of shield.
Right. I agree.
Or just to throw it out. I mean, okay, went a little deep there, but worst case you're gonna trade and your up tilt's gonna win that trade. So
right. Typically, Snake wouldn't mind a trade, especially against one of the lighter characters like Toon Link.
Yeah.
Wondering why he opted to go for an air instead of forward air.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a bomb smoke. Like he lost the visual cue, didn't know which way he was facing.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wonder if he held back on that. I thought he definitely would have made that. Oh, surprisingly. Oh.
Ooh. I was about to say Han with the first time being in the lead, but that kind of goes away quick. But this is definitely good for Han, you know, definitely looking closer than last time, and, you know, going into final stock, even percent is definitely a benefit for Snake. Like I said, he's going to win all these trades. So if he can just chip away percent, get him closer to those, you know, easy up tilt percents.
I can't help but see that now.
Yeah, see, I noticed the issue is like he's starting to just like throw a grenade when he could just like set grenade down, and then he keeps C4 in the same corner that he's already in, so he's not getting stage control. He's sitting at the wall, but the wall is also something that he's standing on top of, and he doesn't really want to take all this excess percent, but he's doing to himself.
Yeah.
Yes, he wants to trade, but if he's only hitting himself, it's kind of not worth it.
Yeah. And like you said, like he's just kind of throwing out the grenades. You know, what he needs to be doing is throwing out the grenades and then following them, forcing the Link to either shield or jump to avoid them, and then punishing those options. You should live that. Good.
Good patience. I think he could have got a punish off it if he just got up.
And missing that tech is going to force a game 3. I was a little nervous there. He was Nikiting right on the C4. Yeah. And it's got that 30-second timer.
And Han's kind of known for taking stock from himself with said C4, but that's not how that ended. Dash, feel free to call matches.
Okay. Alright, so I'll be interested to see where we go. I mean, like I said, both these characters are zoners, so really there's no stage that favors one of them. But taking Snake to FD is 9 times out of 10 a good option. Just because, like I said, it limits his recovery even more so than it already does.
Going back to PS2, kind of expected that. Just as a comfort pick, honestly, for most people. I'm wondering what the bans were, because since they're both so willing to box, I was thinking that they would go somewhere like Yoshi's. But
Yoshi's. Snake players do like Battlefield and Yoshi's. Those platforms they can hit that up tilt on them, but at the same time, it takes away their ability to up smash at the ledge. So it does limit their edge guarding options. So it just depends on the Snake player and how they want to approach that. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did ban those stages, just to take away that. While it does give him landing options, it does limit him in other ways. Yeah. That's C4.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd get something off it. Usually it's fine if Snake trades. His aerials are decent, minus his forward air in terms of after the explosion, throwing one out. Oh, okay. Good nair. I don't want to encourage the continual aggressive options at a disadvantage, but that one worked out, so I'll give him that.
Ooh, got the boomerang, but didn't really follow it up on much.
I'm wondering. I was gonna wonder how's he gonna get out of the corner because he's going for aggressive options. This time he rolled, so that's a little better. He's throwing out these spot dodges, which is like souring his spot dodge. Oh well.
Yeah, I kind of understand it just because Zucc was sort of putting up this wall of fair while approaching him, so just trying to maybe bait one out and spot dodge it, but again, just using it that much is just gonna delay it and make it less likely to actually be effective.
In moments where you would need it.
And like you said before, he kind of just sets up the C4 and kind of sits on it or behind it in a way that's not going to get Zucc to come into it.
Right. He's basically zoning himself out and giving up options where he could be getting stage control.
The way I would try and use it, at least based on his aggressive playstyle, is probably set up in the middle and then approach so that if he tries to escape from the boxing options, he's moving towards it.
Right. So that way he's giving Zucc less revenue to fight on.
Yeah, it's not the most optimal way, but based on just his boxing sort of playstyle with Snake here, I think that'd be a good fit for him. Ooh, early air dodge.
He was at 219, but even so, any percent you can get would be a lot better than just losing it to yourself.
Yeah.
Tries to catch one on the platform, be up to. I think right now, he's gonna want to play a little bit more aggressively, but maybe run up with grenade in hand and shield because Zucc right now is a little antsy with these aerials.
Yeah. It's very easy, I understand where he's coming from. When you're behind on percent to Snake, it is kind of easy to get antsy and be like, all right, I need to either close this gap or get a stock off of him because when you fall behind against Snake, it's not too long before a C4 or an up tilt or something can seal that stock.
Right. This is where Han's going to want to take his lead.
Ooh, that was a good idea, but he just threw it out too early.
Yeah, definitely could have waited a bit. Oh,
good use of the falling Nikita.
He's going to want to close this out right now.
C4.
I wonder if it was calculated. We'll have to ask him after the game.
Yeah, I thought Toon Link was too small to get hit by that option. Yeah. I know, when you're playing a big character in the platform, it's alright, but Toon Link's pretty small. Alright, so we got a Game 3 last stock.
Didn't know if it'd be this close, but
okay. Some good low percent combos coming out from Zucc. It looks like he's kind of, in the last couple of bits, just kind of slowed it down to his pace. I mean, his combos have been fine. He's just been getting a little antsy, just trying to force them, as opposed to letting Han, come make these mistakes through his boxing and then punish him accordingly.
Right, and I'm noticing that he's a little more aggressive. He's going for dash attack and F smash a lot, and throwing out those options against Snake. If you can see how to stock with it, but you're not confirming, so it's kind of letting Snake get mileage.
Yeah.
Right now he does have the lead, but what is a 9%?
What is a lead against Snake? Yeah. But the fair is going to clutch it out. Zucc taking it 2-1.
You're gonna go play?
Yeah.
All right.